You're born in a hospital where the nurse slaps you, and for a moment, you're not sure if it's a medical procedure or just a general welcome to Russia. Your mom looks tired, your dad looks like he aged 15 years during the birth, and the doctor's already halfway out the door to smoke a cigarette and complain about his 25,000 ruble salary. Congrats. You've entered the world in the land of contradictions, where ballet is world class, but the roads are potholes pretending to be landmines. From day one, you're wrapped tighter than a Chipotle order in 5 layers of Soviet-style baby blankets. It's not just for warmth, it's cultural. Russians don't believe in drafts. A slight breeze in a room is treated like a biochemical threat. Grandma will literally fight the air for daring to touch her grandchild. Your stroller rides are a gamble. On one hand, you get fresh air. On the other hand, that fresh air might be minus 30 degrees Celsius and filled with the soul of 1,000 Lada exhaust fumes. By the time you're in kindergarten, you've already learned that smiling at strangers is weird, saying no to food is a personal insult, and yes, your name will always come with a patronymic that sounds like a full-blown legal declaration. School is brutal, not because the content is hard, although it is, but because every teacher has the emotional warmth of a Siberian blizzard. They teach math with the intensity of a military briefing and refer to fourth grade literature like it's a life or death Tolstoy dissertation. Also, gym class, half dodgeball, half Soviet boot camp. At 14, you start to notice things, mainly that every adult seems either mildly annoyed or deeply cynical. You realize that sarcasm isn't just humor here, like it's a survival strategy. You're introduced to the deep, confusing love for Gopnik culture, tracksuits, squatting, hard bass, and an unspoken rite of passage. Trying vodka way earlier than you legally should. If you're in Moscow or St. Petersburg, you might have access to cool clubs, art scenes, and overpriced lattes. If you're anywhere else, well, welcome to a town with one bus, no future, and a statue of Lenin holding a pigeon. You made it into university. Congrats. Now, prepare for lectures from professors who are either geniuses or sleep-deprived relics of the USSR. Cheating is rampant, bureaucracy is legendary, and if your printer breaks the night before an exam, that's it. Career over. You meet students who are studying nuclear physics while DJing at night to afford rent, and also that one guy who's always starting a crypto project but still lives with his babushka. Classic. Now comes the real pain. Adulthood in Russia. The average salary? Around 65,000 rubles per month. The cost of living? Spicy. Especially if you want an apartment that doesn't feature wallpaper older than your grandparents. You might move abroad, work in tech, or become a freelance translator, just to avoid being stuck working at a government office where modern technology still means a fax machine. If you're lucky, you land a job that pays in dollars or euros. If not, back to drinking tea and budgeting like a wizard. And don't even get me started on trying to buy a car. Half your savings go to the vehicle, the other half to fixing it every other week. You're 40 and life has beaten the optimism out of you like an old rug in winter. You still get randomly emotional when you hear a Soviet war song. You've seen 5 currency collapses, 6 constitutional amendments, and at least one full-blown neighbor invasion. Healthcare? Free, but bring your own syringe. Politics? Don't ask, just nod. Vacation? Sochi if you're lucky. Dacha if you're realistic. Your cholesterol is 90% mayonnaise and your back hurts but your soul? Strangely resilient. By 65, you finally retire. Your pension is barely enough to survive, but that's okay. You've mastered the art of growing potatoes in any soil known to man. You spend your days yelling at teenagers from your window, walking your cat like it's a dog, and reminiscing about the 90s as if they weren't an economic apocalypse. You're a legend in your courtyard. The grandkids visit once in a while and you secretly hope they move to Europe, but also kind of resent them for it. Being born in Russia means you survive on tea, sarcasm, and national trauma. You live in a place where normal means nothing works but everyone gets by anyway. And you will never trust a warm breeze again. But if you make it to old age, you've basically beaten life on hardcore mode. Respect. Life as a Russian might be rough, but there's someone out there with it worse. Probably a pigeon in Paris. Long story. Want to hear why it sucks to be born in China? Just say the word.